What's going on, everybody? I'm on my way to Lansing Convention of the States rally. Something I want to talk about that needs more attention. It's probably going to stir me a lot of hate, but it is what it is. It's probably going to bring me a lot of hate, and I don't give a shit. So we got this group in Michigan called Stand Up Michigan. Okay? And they, when it first started, Gary Soledano, Operation Gridlock, and Michiganders Against Excessive Quarantine and that, back in like the early 2020. I moved back from Michigan. I moved back to Michigan from Arizona in January 2020. Spent nearly a decade out in Arizona. Okay. So I got involved with the patriotic movement in early 2020. I was one of the guys that went to the first rally, Operation Gridlock. That's what started it all. This movement against the governor, this movement in Michigan, Operation Gridlock started it all. I was there right at the beginning. Okay? And one of the first groups or people, one of the first ones to stand up was Gary Soledano. One of the first groups to stand up was Stand Up Michigan. That was one of the first ones to stand, to enter the game, or right from the beginning. It was a good group at one time. Okay, it was a good group. Michigan Excessive Quarantine, whatever that group was, had what was 90,000 followers, and they got shut down because, Facebook shut them down. Because Mark Zuckerberg said that anybody organizing protests against lockdowns on Facebook, they will be terminated. So eventually they got shut down. Stand Up Michigan, they got their group shut down. But things started changing. But recently, Stand Up Michigan has been hijacking a lot of events, taking money, and, we don't know what they're doing. There's been a lot of bullshit going on with the Antrim County Festival that happened last week. I wasn't there. I was in the Grand Rapids area assisting a friend on that Saturday, so I didn't make it. But I would have made it to Antrim County last Saturday. But anyway, from my understanding, it was the DeParano law firm that started that rally, and they were going to present new evidence of election fraud at this rally. But I guess they bailed out of the rally because the focus of what the rally was about, the focus went another way. And I find out that Stand Up Michigan got involved. Oh, well, they were charging $20 per person to get in. All right, 1,600 people, you do the math, $32,000. That money raised was supposed to go towards the DeParano law firm in a lawsuit, from my understanding, against election fraud, for election integrity. So, from my understanding, Stand Up Michigan was taking the $32,000, and my question is, what did Stand Up Michigan do with the $32,000? You gotta ask yourself. So I'm sure a lot of you seen a video on Facebook floating around where some media people got kicked out of the rally and security was harassing them. I'm not going to say any names on here, but you know what's up. People have a problem with certain media groups and the patriotic movement. I'm not going to say any names. We're the ones. I don't even have a website. I just do YouTube vlogs and videos and shit like that. But I go to a lot of rallies and protests doing videos. I've had people come up to me at rallies and protests that I've never met before, shaking my hand and thanking me for what I do. Okay, that's the honest to God truth. Because I show what the mainstream media does not show. I am fighting single-handedly the fake news with what I do at these rallies and protests. My main channel is on lockdown right now because of some flags. So I have several channels. A couple of them on lockdown because of some flags. I don't have a website. I don't have any interest of creating a website. I just do my own thing. Once in a while, I get an email. Some right-wing group wants to use one of my videos. They might throw me a little cash. That's fine. But I've had several of my videos go super viral. You know, I faced off against Antifa BLM. Because Antifa BLM, they got their own little cameraman or whatever. They got their own video makers, but they only show what they want people to see. I show everything. You know, I don't censor anything. I am about as raw as you can get. Okay? So for Stand Up Michigan to be kicking out media, you know, they should be kicking out the fake news. That's what they should be doing. Oh, and another thing. There's a rumor going around. Now, I'm not going to say any names, but did Stand Up Michigan have anything to do with any tour buses going to J6? Just a question. Because, as you know, I never made it to J6. I was in Florida at the time. Actually, I was in Georgia. I was coming back from Florida. I went to Florida 3 times last winter. I travel around from state to state. I do contract work. I'm an independent contractor. I've been to rallies in several states. But I was in Florida 3 times this last winter. And the first time, I was down there in Florida. And I was coming back. And on January 6th, I went to a rally at the Georgia State Capitol in Atlanta, Georgia. So, I mean, I wanted to go to J6 up in D.C., but I had some friends tell me not to. They said it might be too dangerous. And, you know, now that I've seen what happened on J6, I wish I was there. But I know a lot of people that were there. I got several people telling me that Stand Up Michigan was sponsoring buses going to J6. And then when I confronted a couple of Stand Up Michigan officials about it, they lied and say, no, that's not true. So which is it? Either they did it or didn't. Like I said, I'm not going to say any names. But I was in a MeWe chat a couple of days ago, and somebody from Stand Up Michigan sent a file in the chat. It was a video of something. Allegedly, it was a video of something. Okay? And a couple people told me don't click on the file. I have a strong virus protection on my laptop. I said, you know what? I'm going to click on it. And if anything happens, you know, whatever. So I went to hit the file, and it was a video. I put the video on my video player, and it wouldn't play. I'm like, what the hell? So when I closed the file out, my virus protection thing was going crazy. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Suspicious material. I'm like, what? What the hell? This came from a Stand Up Michigan official in the MeWe chat. A file they sent. What the hell are they sending? What the fuck are they doing? Nobody's paying me. I got no reason to lie about this. What the fuck is Stand Up Michigan doing? What's going on with that group over there? What the hell are they doing, you know? And I will say this. Anybody that has to pay $20,000 to take a lead position in any group is a fraud. Just like Kamala Harris, who had to pay her way to get to the top. If you know what I mean. Anybody has to pay $20,000 to take a lead position is a patriot, not a patriot. Okay? A real patriot does this shit for free. They do this shit because they want to do this shit. Okay, they do this shit, expose the fake news and stand up for their state because they want to. Because they want to make change. They don't do it for this. Stand Up Michigan looks like they do it for this. It's all about the money. Where's that $32,000 going to? I'm going to take a lot of heat because of this video. I don't give a fuck. You think I care about taking heat? I don't give a shit. I might lose some friends. I don't give a shit. It is what it is. Okay? Stand Up Michigan is just like Detroit Will Breathe. You know what Detroit Will Breathe does? They take over and hijack a lot of events and contaminate the events with their bullshit. They did the same thing with the Palestinians down in Dearborn, taking over events, contaminating them. Well, that's what Stand Up Michigan's doing. Taking over events, contaminating it with their bullshit. That's it. You know, there's nothing more to say. And I'm going to probably take a lot of heat because of this. And it is what it is. I don't give a fuck. You know? But I can smell. There's a lot of good groups out there. There's a lot of good groups out there. But when I see a group and it smells like sewer, I can smell it a mile away. So I'm just telling everybody, steer clear. It used to be a good group. They need some new leadership. They need to drain the swamp in their group. That's all I'm going to say. That's what they need to do. So until then, steer clear of this group wherever you see them. So that's all I got to say about that.